Welcome to the Mixed Mornings and More podcast
with your friends, Steph and Shawn.
Shawn, I feel like we reached a new level of friendship yesterday.
Yeah? What do we do?
Well, when you were getting ready to order your glasses online and you had to do that very intimate thing where you put a ruler above your eyebrows and try and look in a mirror and see what's happening, I offered to help.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I asked you, what is it called? Pupil distance, PD or something like that?
Yeah.
I appreciate that about you. Thank you. You, I don't know how to tell you this. International Women's Day. I don't want to break your heart. You got the number wrong.
Oh, no, really? Okay, well, I would just like to say that first off, you were staring into my eyes. But of course, you were doing that thing where you're trying to look at one and then the other. And so your pupils were shaking a lot. And then as well, I was trying not to mess up your eyebrows. So I had this ruler on top of your eyebrows, but I didn't want to in case you put gel in there to keep them in the right spot, I didn't want to mess it up. And so I blame your face.
My jelly eyebrows. How about this? What color are my eyes?
Oh, dear.
I'm covering them right now.
I think they're brown.
No!
Are they blue?
No!
Well, there's only one left. Are they green?
They're hazel.
Oh, we have matching eyes and I didn't even notice.
Wait, you thought we were getting closer from this? We're growing farther apart. You don't even know my eye color.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
A lot of times in life when you're going about your day and you're like, man, this would be a bad time to be gassy. I think I experienced top one yesterday.
It would be a bad time to be gassy, but tell me where I don't want to be gassy, Shawn.
At a chiropractor appointment.
Oh.
Because you're getting bent into all certain directions and pressure's being forced onto your body.
Okay.
You could let out something real bad.
This whole time, when you said gassy, I thought you meant burpy, but you're talking about the other end?
Oh, it could be both ends. You could be shooting air out of everywhere.
So, were you gassy at your chiropractor appointment?
I was, and it was terrible. And because when I went to it, I had a nap beforehand, and I didn't really eat a lot, so my stomach was growling a little bit. I'm okay, stomach growling's a little bit of embarrassing. But then all of a sudden I was I don't know, maybe I'm getting gassy because I haven't ate anything in a little bit. I don't know what was going on with my body yesterday, but I was I ain't got time to do anything right now because I got to be at my appointment in a half hour.
Right.
And then so I went to the appointment. I will say, thank goodness I did not burp or let anything rip during the appointment. But I will say, when she had me bring my knee up to my chest and then reach my arm over my body and hold on to my shoulder, and then she's take a deep breath and I'm just gonna push on your back here, I was oh, babe Jesus, if you're live right now, if you're looking down on me, you do not let this thing rip right now. If you love me and you care about me, you will not embarrass me in front of my chiropractor right now.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
I don't feel like I've been in Fort McMurray a long time until I start to count the life events of my friends around me. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, the amount of kids that have been born to our friends while we've been here.
Yeah.
Or the amount of times they've moved. And this particular friend that I was supposed to help move yesterday has moved 4 times since we've known them in Fort McMurray.
All within the region?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Impressive.
So a couple years ago, they asked us to help them move, and they're just get up and go getters. And so we ended up accidentally showing up for the pizza part of the move.
Accidentally. Love it. That's a great side hustle.
It was accidental. They just were so ready that they moved without us. And then it happened again yesterday.
Really? Now it's on purpose. Did they notice?
No.
Even better.
We kind of brought it up, though. We were oh my gosh, here we are again. And they were man, you better help us clean up our old place.
Wow. Are you going to help clean up?
Totally, if they remember to call. But, if we show up at the end and they've got pizza again, I'm not going to say no to a free fly.
Exactly. I'll help clean up if there's pizza and beer again.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
All right. A few moments ago, I put out a challenge to you, Shawn, to see how you could do on the Canadian citizenship test. Now, I felt like I would do really well because I have been studying for it for weeks.
Correct.
How did you do?
Yeah, you posted this link over on our Facebook page if you want to take a similar test as well. I don't think we had the same questions, right?
Probably not, no.
No, so I was presented 20 questions. I got 13 out of 20 right, which I felt is very good because there was no sports questions on here, first of all. And also it was like, 1960, Quebec experienced an era of rapid change. What is this called? I was like, I don't know.
What's it called?
The Quiet Revolution.
I was going to say, I should have guessed. I shouldn't have let you answer that.
I picked the French answer, La Francophone.
Oh, yeah, no, that was a while before that.
Yeah, snobby over there. Like, you didn't know that one about the 1960s in Quebec.
I got 19 out of 20.
Well, of course you did. You spent like 100 hours studying for this.
I did. Okay, here's a question. In which region do more than half the people in Canada live, Shawn?
Ontario.
Yeah, it's called Central Canada.
Oh,
But
okay.
You're right.
Shove it.
You're doing pretty good. What country is Canada's largest trading partner?
What? What's the multiple choice for that bad boy?
Mexico, the States, China, or Japan?
Oh, United States.
Of course. See, maybe you just got the wrong questions. Maybe I got like an easier random test than you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, another one was like, okay, how about Lieutenant Governor of Alberta? That was on mine.
Oh, yeah. Her name is Lakhani, Salma Lakhani.
Damn it.
Thank you.
Okay, last one. Which province was split into two at Confederation?
Oh, Upper and Lower Canada?
The province of Canada?
Well, I think it's the province of
Wrong.
Canada. Quebec. Oh, it's Quebec.
No, the answer is literally the province of Canada.
Oh, dear me. Okay, so anyway.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $100.
Go take it on our Facebook page. Tell us how you do.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
One of the worst things happened to me yesterday, Steph, and I'm still trying to recover from it.
Oh, no. What happened?
I was deep in my nap. Nap every day.
Okay, this doesn't sound like it went bad.
Yeah, but then I woke up like during the REM part of my nap when I was in a deep sleep. Have you ever woken up like during REM, like you just wake up groggy?
I'm not sure.
Like even if you don't nap as much as me, but like even during like your sleeps at night and like you go through like little waves every like, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour and a half of just like REM. And I woke up like naps are more particular. And I've become like an expert of this.
He is a nap expert. He does know all the facts.
Yeah, and I think I woke up sometime maybe just past an hour when I was in my REM, and I just woke up grumpy. And thank goodness I did have some things to do, but they weren't urgent. But I was just like, you know what? No, I'm going back to bed. And I'm not going to be grumpy for the rest of the day, basically.
Smart man. I appreciate that because we hung out last night and you seemed to be in an okay mood. So did you have to, okay, so you said the REM cycle is how long?
So I think 45 minutes is like the perfect nap. And then if you go past that, then it goes like another 45 to like an hour 30 is like, again, when you're out of your REM and you're ready to like wake up again and be refreshed. But if you wake up between 45 and like an hour 30, experts say that is when you're at like your deep sleep.
So when you woke up groggy, did you have to start 45 minutes over again? Or were you like, all right, it's been like an hour 15 and if I get another 15, I'm set?
That was a really confusing question. And I don't know. All I know is I went back to sleep right away and I felt good later.
Glad to hear it, Shawn. Good luck with your nap.
My brain hurts. I need a nap right now.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
Okay, back when we didn't used to do this, but what was your platform for pirating music of choice?
Oh, Napster.
Yeah.
Napster, and then it went by the wayside and no one could do it. So then it was Limewire all the time.
Well, Limewire is coming back.
How? Like what? Why? Like how?
Yeah, doesn't it seem crazy? I mean, because there is like so many streaming platforms now.
Yeah.
You can get whatever song you want online.
Yeah.
But Limewire is coming back as like a platform for artists this time. So like we used to steal from you. We made this like $1.5 million deal to pay all the record companies off so they stopped trying to charge us. Now these two Austrian folks have bought the name Limewire.
Yeah.
And they're changing it into a platform for artists to sell exclusive music and art directly to their collectors and engage with their most loyal fans.
Okay, this is interesting. Like, I think if they would have started this with just their own company name, it wouldn't gain traction. But when you get something that is so on brand like Limewire, we're talking about it now. How many people are noticing this around the world? Now, obviously, they have to get the message out that it's not the same, that it's for artists. I'm intrigued to see where this goes.
Yeah, I think it's just such a nostalgia generation right now. Like millennials all want their Nintendos, their Marios. Take me back to that golden age. And for sure, Limewire is just right on brand, as you said, to take us there. Like, oh, I remember having Limewire. Yeah, I got some sweet covers from this band on there.
Oh, all I got like sweet viruses from Limewire. Sorry, Dad.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
Well, Steph, we almost ran into some competition for our radio show with a pretty high-up person in Alberta.
What, is someone trying to take our morning show away?
Yeah, a little bit. Thankfully, it is on the weekends, and it's only in the two major cities, Edmonton and Calgary. But the one and only, our premier, Jason Kenney, he has a radio show now.
Wow, okay. I mean, our jobs are pretty fun. I could see why he'd want to do it.
Exactly. I don't know how well... Politics are just so wild. No matter who you vote for, you have all sides just like hating each other all the time, 24/7, 365. So like to have the premier on his own radio show blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like fun, like, oh, this is a really scary horror movie moment of my life. Like, I feel like it might be a horror movie played out listening with all the callers.
Jason Kenney's not going to talk about the time that he almost farted at the chiropractor. Like, that's not the style that's going to happen. It's called Your Province, Your Premier, Jason Kenney. And it's going to be every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
How much do you think that Rachel Notley is going to be up every Saturday morning, prepared with her questions, and probably has like 50 burner phones? She's just ready to call in every second.
That's another thing that I'm so curious about is like all the calls are going to be like people he wants to ask questions. Like, you would have to think, right? Like, this is another way for him to like push his message. Like, oh, Daryl, you wanted to know how great I am? You want to know how much I bench press? Like,
you think they're going to be all screened?
Yeah, technically, yeah, they're all going to be screened. But like, I think they're going to be screened in a way where it's just like, all right, this person voted for me 4 years ago, so let's get them on the show.
Whoa, okay, it'd be interesting to hear what's happening.
I'm going to tune in to I have to see, just as a radio person, you know, I'm so curious how it's going to go.
All right, reality recap is coming for Monday morning.
I'll tell you all about it.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
If I was working on a horror movie set and I had to come up with sound effects for it, the sound my house was making the other day would absolutely make the cut.
What was going on outside? Or what was the situation?
So it was that super windy day on Monday where it was just like you couldn't, like, I mean, the whole house sounded like it was in a tunnel. Like it was, whoo, whoo.
Yeah, okay.
But then, to top things off, there was a scratching at the window. Sometimes it scratched, sometimes it tapped. But it felt like somebody was trying to get in my house. And I was trying to nap after work, and I'm like, what is that? What is that?
Like a little gremlin just like kind of tapping on your window. Be like, are you asleep yet?
Yeah, exactly. I'm coming into your dreams. I finally discovered what it was, went out into the kitchen and opened the curtains. And there was like my internet cord runs along the top eave of my house, and the wind had blown it down a little bit. But it had also had an icicle formed on it. It was like classic, like series of events that became this scratch tap on my window. It was just this one little frozen water cone that decided it was going to keep me from my sleep and give me nightmares when I actually went to bed for the evening. It was so brutal.
As if like the extreme cold of like -40 and like the 7 feet of snow that we got this year wasn't already enough. It's like now that you have this like deathly icicle just like haunting your dreams as you try and nap.
Yeah, it's probably going to follow me and poke my eye out while it's at it.
Yeah.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
Playoff games for the Oil Barons were this weekend at Center Fireplace, Friday and Saturday. And Saturday, I ran into a situation where my fat dumpy absolutely ripped a hole in my pants.
Your fat dumpy?
Yeah,
Is
it's my
that
butt.
your butt?
That's my butt. Been doing some squats lately, been doing some stretches and everything, and I think it's become too much for my Wranglers.
Obviously, you weren't wearing the Wranglers, I guess, when you were doing the squats. They didn't know they had to stretch with you.
Yeah, I had to do some squat tests in the jeans, but I should have done that before the game because when I was at the game, how it happened was I was walking through a row of seats, and then the whole row was empty except for at the very end, and then there was like this elderly couple sitting down, so I didn't want them to get up. So then I went to go hop over the guard and go down to another row. I'm like, I'm young, I'm athletic, I can do this. And so I pick up my one leg and I just kind of like pick up and go over to the other one, and it was just like
Did the older couple hear it too?
No, I was front facing them, and like the game was going on, so the ambiance of the ice was happening. But then I could just like, I felt it, like I could just like feel it kind of, and so I was just like, oh. And that was like in between like the almost like first, second period. So still had like 2 periods to go throughout the game of just like giant hole just right down by my butt.
Just like a windy experience, is that what you're trying to say? Like
a little bit.
Did you like feel some extra air in there?
Yeah. You know, I had like some booty drops planned and stuff whenever I was on camera, but I was like, can't do that anymore. Like, sure, everyone needs entertainment, but not at this expense.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
Yesterday, so much snow either blew off the surplus of roofs or fell from the sky. But either way, like the pathway into my house completely disappeared. I was in snow up to my knees trying to get into my home.
When you left in the morning, was it all right?
Yeah, it was completely like the snow had melted, even the snow off my stairs. Yeah, so like it looked like it was on track to be spring. And then I got home and I was like, have we been walking on this pathway all winter long? Where did it go?
Interesting.
But I noticed yesterday there was like a distinct lack of shoveling, not just from my husband, but like from the entire neighborhood.
Just shots fired at your husband. You're like, lack of shoveling, my husband included. But not mentioning him at all.
I meant, like, I don't mean he was the only one. I mean, the entire neighborhood was not outside getting rid of this snow.
I'm texting him after this.
Don't you dare. But it's just like, I think people are over it. I think they're like, the sun is going to melt the snow when it melts the snow. However, bad news, we don't even have a day 0 or above in the week-long forecast right now.
Yeah, well, I'm with everyone else. Just be lazy.
Just let it just drive on top of it.
That's right. You've done so much. It has snowed so much this year. You are absolutely crushing it. It's time to be lazy.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
Walking home from work yesterday was literally a thing out of a horror movie. So you had the tapping on your window?
Yeah. What'd you get?
I had just about like 10 ravens. Just like, oh, garbage day's coming up. Dinner time, guys.
Ooh, a full-on unkindness of ravens.
I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate birds. I hate ravens. I hate that they're called unkindness.
Yeah, a flock of ravens is called an unkindness.
Oh, it was terrifying. So like, this morning is garbage day for my complex, and so people were like kind of putting out their bins a little early. Some people weren't, but a lot of garbages were full, and so like a lot of lids weren't closing down. And that's when the ravens know. They're like, oh, hey, you guys, complex over here. It's like dinner time kind of thing. And so I was walking down like the complex, the driveway basically, and it was terrifying. I didn't even want to look over. I didn't want to make eye contact.
Well, I don't think you should with ravens. And I honestly think that they communicate with each other with their own little language. And they say like, person's coming. Should we attack or keep up with our garbage feast?
That's right. It's like, oh, we have like half-eaten fries over here. Or we have that man's eyeballs over there. It's like, what's more tasty? And then here I am. I'm like holding up like my arms in an X. I'm like, hey, I did like karate when I was like 7 years old. I got the judo chop down. Like, you don't want to mess with me, okay?
I don't know. Your arms in an X there. I thought you were making like a sign like, no ravens. No,
it's like
away.
Both. It's like X for no, but also I'm ready to judo chop at the same time. So test me, but don't, because I hate you.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
A particular celebrity had a birthday yesterday, and I thought, what? I've left him in the 90s with his show, and he is still that same age. Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah?
Guess how old he turned yesterday?
Okay, so I'm going to try and... I need to try and reference it to how old I am and then just add on that to what I think is. Like, I think I'll say around 78.
Wow, you're very close, but he's actually in his 80s.
Is he?
He's 82.
Okay. I was thinking like he must have been 40 around the time that I was born. So just add on 30-some.
Yeah, he's close. Like, to me, he must still dye his hair because he's still like that blonde-haired, kind of like sandy beard guy.
I need to look up a recent picture of Chuck. Oh,
he posted one yesterday. Maybe it wasn't recent. Maybe it was from his Chuck. I don't know.
Lying on the internet. He lying.
So I pulled a couple other people that I'm surprised to hear how old they are. So I want to see if you can guess them.
Yep, bring it on. I got this.
Adam Sandler. How old do you think he is?
He is 59.
Shawn, like, you're really good at this. He's 55.
Okay.
Harrison Ford.
Oh, he's 72.
He's 79.
Woo!
He's about to turn 80, that man.
I'm like within like 5 here.
Yeah, I'm
good.
impressed. Denzel Washington.
67.
69.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Clint Eastwood.
99.
He's 91.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
I've been in a Chicago coma for about 2 months now.
You're talking about like the PD and like the CIA and all the other TV shows, right?
No CIA, but
I
yeah,
don't know.
those ones. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Chicago Justice.
Chicago Bulls, Chicago Blackhawks.
They do reference those sometimes.
Yes. Okay, maybe I'll start watching.
There you go. I mean, like, it was quite addicting. I literally have done nothing for 2 straight months because I have been binge watching every season of the Chicago universe.
Okay.
It's like the Marvel universe, but for television.
Oh, yeah. So much cooler.
Yeah, the superheroes are cops with guns. But yesterday, I ran out of episodes.
You did it at least one day too early because today's minus 70.
I know. And not only that, like, my husband said, like, oh, what do you want to do tonight? And I was like, I don't know. Like, we tried to come up with some ideas. Like, what did we do before we did Chicago? And it was like, let's take a dog for a walk at the SPCA. Oh, no,
Nope.
It's minus 100. And it's like, let's go see a movie. I'm kind of TV'd out and there's nothing good in the theater. Oh, let's play a game. I don't really feel like it. It was like, well, what do we do then? Do we start?
You're going to have that same conversation again today.
I know. I think we should just start over.
And it's not like you can go to bed early because you can, but it's Friday.
Yeah, we need like a party, something. Give us something to do.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
Steph, I'm looking for your advice on what you would do in this situation, okay?
Okay.
It has to deal with cars, so I don't know how much you can provide, but I appreciate you.
I'm a car girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you say over there.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. So my car, the check engine light came on. Okay. Mm-hmm. But nothing's really wrong with it. An oil change isn't needed. I know sometimes when the oil change is needed, when you reset it, it'll just automatically turn on X amount of kilometers down the road, right?
Yeah.
But this time, nothing seems wrong with it. Check engine light came on. But what did happen was the dealership where I bought this car from like 2 or 3 years ago, I had a missed call and a voicemail from them saying, hey, your routine check is coming up.
Oh.
Do you want to book a time? And I'm like, does the check engine light come on for routine checks?
I don't think so, but it sounds almost like you were thinking it and your phone was listening, and it's like the car heard its dealership calling and it was like, aha, I will help get us there. I'll put the check engine light on.
Yeah, and because my car is around 190 clicks, I believe, reaching 200,000 in due time.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it is like maybe like every 100,000 does it come on?
I don't think so. I think it comes on when it needs it to have its engine checked.
No, that's not what you're supposed. You're supposed to say,
I'm sorry.
Shawn, you can ignore this. You don't have to tend to the vehicle because it is okay.
That is exactly what I do, but I don't want to give you bad advice.
Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn.
We have an Easter bunny in the stairwell.
What did you notice? What's happening?
Okay,
physically, like
I only noticed one little evidence of him. He left one little chocolate tinfoil wrapped egg.
ew. Go on. Sorry.
Ew, already? I didn't tell you. It's not on the floor.
Okay.
They were thoughtful. They left it hiding on like a I don't know what it is. It's like a pole, I guess, and it has like a little valve on it, and they hit it in the valve.
Yeah,
and I was walking down the stairs, and I was like, the Easter Bunny was here. I didn't take it, though. That was my ew moment. I was like, I don't know. What happens in this stairwell stays in this stairwell. Like, like the air's a little stale.
What happens here stays here. Nothing leaves the stairwell in our building.
Well, it's not like it gets aired out, Like it's there. So I don't think that I would ever eat a chocolate tinfoil wrapped egg if I didn't know who it was from.
I wonder if there actually is like chocolate inside.
Oh.
Or maybe it's like a drop zone
It might be. Very small drop zone.
of like illegal activity.
Yeah. I mean, I do watch a lot of Chicago PD. I would totally believe this, but I just feel like it's too small.
Yeah, too many podcasts come to life right here for me. Oh man, no, that's a hard no for me. Have you ever found food in a random spot and been like, yes?
Absolutely not.
See?
Absolutely not. But I do wonder if we should reciprocate this, Easter Bunny, and be like, hey, we saw you. I've hidden an egg for you to find.
You know what we should do?
What?
Is we just should start adding to that one area and just keep bringing multiple little tiny chocolate eggs.
Okay.
So then whoever is looking for is very confused at the end. They're like, you said there would only be one, but now there's 7. I'm just picturing it being in a drug deal.
Thanks for listening to the Mixed Mornings and More podcast. Want to connect with Steph and Shawn?
Get in the mix. Join them every weekday morning from 5:30 till 10 and call or text 780-791-1037.